Hey everyone, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about looking for brokerages and finding a broker that is the right fit for you. Remember that when you are looking for a brokerage, you are more looking for a fit for yourself versus a broker looking for you. Most brokers will hire new agents. Brokerages that don't want to hire new agents will tell you, and then they may say, we just don't have the facilities to train new agents or the means to train new agents. So if you really want to join us, I recommend that you go somewhere else and get trained and then come back to us. And frankly, that is one of the most honest things that a broker can tell you. So if there is a broker you really want to work with who isn't able to provide you training, it's a good idea to think about, after you have been trained, to maybe go back to that broker. It sounds like that would be a good broker to think about being with for long term. But in the meantime, you're going to be getting training somewhere else and you might want to stay there. But the main thing is that I want to go over is what you need to look at in a brokerage and what questions you need to ask when you're interviewing. So number one, think about your own personality. Think if you're, do you like to be in a big environment or a small environment? Do you want to be able to have an office that you can go to every day? Do you have a need to work from home, and do you prefer to work from home? And really, not to keep bringing up COVID in every conversation, but things definitely changed after COVID, and a lot of people are enjoying working from home. I will say, however, that very recently, I think people are starting to come out of the woodwork and thinking about coming to the office to get that interaction with others. That is something that I think that we all have missed, and especially in our business, it's such a customer service business, and communication is key. And we like to bounce things off of each other. So coming out of, knock wood, that it's going to keep coming out of the pandemic and maybe go to endemic situation, that we're going to see more people coming into the office. And that's going to be good for everyone. It's going to be good for the brokerages and for clients, for customers, and it's going to be good for each other, because there is nothing better than feeding off of one another and getting opinions, even if it's, hey, I'm showing a property and I'm really not sure if it's priced right. Just those that have been in the business for a long time are very good at sharing what they know. And that's what we do as real estate agents and realtors. We share our expertise, and sometimes too much of our opinion, but that's okay. We can take whatever we can take is good, and we can learn from everything that we're told. So the first thing when you are interviewing with brokers, and I suggest that you pick out a few, maybe a couple big companies, a couple small companies or more, and choose questions to ask would be, first of all, what sort of training do you offer your agents? And when I say sort of training, what sort of training? So do you do mentorship? Do you have classroom training? Do you have video training? Are you a virtual brokerage? Are you okay if I don't come into the office and I sit in on a Zoom meeting? Am I okay to do my training via Zoom? So those are questions that you'll want to find out, and you need to know what your comfort level is as far as requirements. If a broker is requiring an agent to come into the office, and you don't want to, then that's something you need to consider. And vice versa. You want to come in the office, but nobody's there. So these are all things to think about. As far as what type of training, I mean, there's so many things you need to learn as a new agent. So not only contracts law, what you need to do as a real estate agent in representing your client and customer, you need to know about ethics, you need to know financing, contracts, marketing. So all aspects of your business come from your brokerage, basically. and other courses. You know, you're going to find, like the Board of Realtors has classes, excuse me, on the MLS, and other education that you'll definitely want to take if classes come up, say for instance at the Real Estate School of the Ozarks, just saying. But there's always something to be learning in this business, and you'll need to find out what your broker has to offer for that. After you talk about that, you'll want to know about requirements for office time. Do I have to be in the office a certain amount of time each week? If I do come in the office, am I going to have a place to go? Do I have an individual office? Am I in a bullpen where there are a lot of agents around? What happens if I want to meet with a client? Is there a place for me to go that's private, a conference room? Do I have to sign up for it? You know, what happens when I need to bring someone to the office because I can't meet them wherever we need to meet to talk about contracts and whatever else. So do find out about that. If a broker offers an office, find out if there is a charge for the office. Is there a like you might have to rent an office space. That's important, but and that would be more for an individual space. You know, there might be a desk fee, there might be an office fee, there might be no fee. So it really just depends on what the brokerage has. If it's just if it's a drop-in situation, where you may find a spot to meet with someone, typically there's no charge for that, but you do need to find out for sure because every brokerage is different. New agents coming in or new licensees and candidates coming in who haven't yet started your classes, you'll know that you'll find out very quickly that everything is negotiable in this business. So when you do ask about desk fees, if that's something that you're interested in, you'll also need to find out about office fees. So are there individual office fees for the agents? Some brokerages, there's no fees. Other brokerages, there are fees. Just because there are fees or no fees is not necessarily a reason to go with or not go with a brokerage. Because tied in with fees would be things that you get from the broker. So you might be charged a certain fee, but in return for that, you're getting some sort of, maybe some marketing, you're getting some training, you're getting some web, I'm trying to think of some of the companies have web access, like a training in their on their website, etc. So these are things that you do need to discuss with your broker to see. Yeah, just because there are fees or are not fees doesn't necessarily mean it's a good or a bad choice. Signs are another thing. You know, a real estate sign is about $65, and that's just the sign. And then you need to put your name rider on it, which could be another $6 to $10 to have your name on it with your phone number. So are those provided? Are they not provided? Are they, is the cost split? What's the deal on that? You'll find when you start in the business, there are lock boxes, there are that you have to pay for. Some brokers provide those. You're going to have other fees that will cover, like business cards, which I know that business cards don't cost a lot, but you're getting into a business where it is all, you're an independent contractor, and everything that you have to pay for, it's a nickel and dime business. So every time you turn around, there's something else that you have to buy, some marketing material, or like a Facebook ad, or a mail out postcard, anything that is currently a popular marketing item. Typically you'll have to pay for those. So find out from your broker what support you're going to get, whether through your fees, not through your fees. Also, sometimes your fees will be higher or lower, but your splits will be higher or lower. So you might have a 50-50 split, but but no fees, and your broker has other things that they provide. So in the end, it all nets out to a certain amount. So if you sell a property for $100,000, and for instance a commission is 3% on the agent side, the brokerage side, say you're working with a buyer, if you have a 50-50 split, that's going to be $1,500 for each of you. Now, if there's nothing else you have to pay for, that might be what you want. If it is an 80-20 split or a 95-5 split, or even where some companies cap where you make 100%, what other fees are there? So definitely think about that. I think that those are the main things that you want to talk with your brokerage. When I say to talk to different companies, it's a good idea to get an Excel spreadsheet or a spreadsheet of some sort, and have each company tell you, okay, I sell a $200,000 house. This is the amount of commission that the brokerage is collecting. You've told me this is going to be my split. These are my office fees. What other fees? I don't know if there are any. Tell me how much I'm going to walk away with when I sell that property, given all of my fees that are involved with that transaction. So my commission splits, and if there's an office fee, a desk fee, a technology fee, anything. So those are just some tips when you're interviewing with brokerages to keep in mind. I think that if you focus on those items, it's going to really help you decide between that and just a good feel if you're in the right place. Always remember, independent contractor, you're not committed to any one broker. So if you think you've made a mistake, you can, for a very inexpensive fee, you can go to another brokerage. The Missouri Real Estate Commission charges $50 to switch to another company. If you're in Springfield, it's $50 on the MLS to switch. So never be afraid of choosing a broker thinking that you have to be there forever, because you don't. As an independent contractor, you're not committed to any one broker. So keep those in mind. If you have any questions, I'm happy to I'm happy to answer. I'm available either by my phone, by messenger, whatever. You all know how to reach me. So with all that, I will bid you adios. Take care.